So guys, how you doing? Happy Sunday to you. I'm so excited, today because we get to have this chit chat. So without further ado, let's just get started into the video. Let's just get started. Um, let's just get started. Okay guys, so I'm so excited that you're here today. If you like this kind of content where you build each other up, you build people up, and you get to be a better version of yourself, I'm telling you that this is the right place. Go ahead, give me a thumbs up, like, share, subscribe, so that each time I upload a video, guys, you will not miss anything. And don't forget to touch that bell so that each time I upload, you will definitely get a notification, guys. Without further ado, let's get started. So guys, actually I was talking to a friend the other day, and he was telling me, we're just talking about life generally, as a whole. And then he asked me a question. He was like, he saw one of my videos, so he was trying to ask me a question and like giving me a follow-up. And he was like, what do I think about a guy who is having a very bad day or a terrible day and then goes ahead to hit a lady? And because he hit this lady, maybe it's just that's not what he does generally. It's just because he has a bad day, and so he decides to hit this lady, and he's sorry. Like, what should this lady do? Should the lady go ahead and apologize? Sorry, should he, not the lady, sorry. Should the guy just go ahead and apologize, or should this lady go ahead and call the police on him simply because it was just a one-time thing, it was an accident, and all yada 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 and all those kind of stuff. So this got me thinking, and I told him, and I asked him a simple question: what are you thinking about that? He said, well, to him it's just a mistake. Mistakes happen. The guy was probably having a bad day, so the lady shouldn't call any police. And from an African perspective, it's good to let go. You have to forgive. You shouldn't forget your culture and all those kind of stuff. So this was like a very nice conversation we're having. And when he said that question, I said, there is nothing. Now, this is my reaction to what he said. I said, there is nothing called a mistake when it comes to somebody. First of all, what is love? Love is something that, you cannot, anybody can define love that, it's when you love somebody as yourself, you care for them, and yada yada, and all those kind of stuff. Yes and no, but look at it from this other way. I told him, I said, there is nothing as a mistake. There's nothing as, oh my gosh, it's just a mistake, I'm so sorry, and whatnot, or whatever you want to call it. And I said this: there is nothing as a mistake. Out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaketh. And out of the abundance of the heart, if you cannot speak it, you can act it. Some people are not good talkers. Some people, you can act the way you think. So if you think something, and because you had a bad day and you decide to come home to your wife or your girlfriend and just hit her out of the blues because you had a bad day or whatever, listen, if somebody reacts in an opposite way because of your ways or because of your character or your attitude or whatsoever, that's because they have been looking for the slightest opportunity for them to actually manifest in that attitude. So this man, your husband or whoever, your significant other, has been waiting for an opportunity to hit you. So they just said, I'm having a bad day today, so let me punch you. I further, went ahead. I asked him, I said, hey, if you give birth to your daughter, will you actually allow, or will you be okay with a guy hitting her? He said no, but he said, well, I'm going to train my daughter for her to know that, it's possible for a man to hit you and all of that. Listen, don't train your siblings, your daughters, your loved ones, your cousins, or whoever it is that look up to you, either as a role model or mother or a father figure. Don't train them up. Don't bring them up. Don't build them up in a way that they will look at people and say, oh my gosh, you know what? This is this. I think it's okay for a man to hit me, or okay for anybody to lay hands on me simply because I care for them. If you truly love somebody, you will not raise your hand to hit them, to inflict pain on them. It's never gonna work like that. That is not how life works. Yeah, that is not how life works. So you cannot just raise your hand on somebody's child. You cannot raise your hand on somebody simply because you want to raise your hand. No, it's not gonna be like that. That's not how it's supposed to be. So beautiful lady, if you are in an abusive relationship, I always say this all the time, it's not okay. If a man hits you once, he's definitely gonna hit you again, and before you know it, you know these things really get kind of hurt my feelings, because I think the other day on Facebook, I was just scrolling through some videos, or there was a video recommendation to me, I don't remember, but I saw a video on Facebook. This man got this lady well beaten, and not only that, but this lady dragged or pulled this lady like across, like there were stones and water and muddy area or something, but it was really a rough place. It wasn't like, well, I don't care if it was a carpet or whatever, but that this place had stones. Blood was oozing out of this lady's face, and this man had the guts and the effrontery, the audacity to pull her out through her hair. And this like got straight to my heart. I'm saying, and I'm like, this is because I'm not saying it's just a you thing, but I'm saying that this is because we are not, first of all, making people to be aware that there's a lot of domestic violence and toxic relationship. That is because we keep allowing people or people's significant others inflict pain on them, and there are no consequences for that. And people think, or people grow up thinking that it's normal. Why am I saying this now? This is what I'm about to say. This is a disclaimer. It's not necessarily to this friend of mine or this person who said this. This is not to him per se. This is not to any other person. It's just a general thing. This is because we grow up thinking and seeing maybe, for example, our parents. You may have your father beating your mom. You may be a man, you may be a woman, and you will be like, oh my gosh, it's okay to hit somebody. Some people say, oh my gosh, it's good when a guy hits you, because when he hits you, that means that he loves you. That is because you have grown up with that mindset. That is why, I always say this all the time, most African cultures or most African homes, they say, oh, it's okay for a man to beat the wife, and they want the wife to stay in that toxic or abusive relationship. It is not okay. If you think that you want to be laying hands on people or on things, the best place to go to is go to the gym and do punching and build muscle. If you think that you want to be punching a lady simply because you just want to punch her, and it's okay because you grew up punching women, or you grew up seeing other people you look up to punching women, and you think that that is okay, it's definitely not okay. There are consequences. There is nothing, absolutely nothing, that, oh, it was just a mistake, my hand touched her, and like this and all of that, and that was just it. No, it's wrong. It's absolutely wrong. It's high time you and I put a stop to that. Women, first of all, go through a lot, having kids for you and all those kind of things. Emotionally, they have a lot of things and baggage that they carry from you and the family and all of that. So you laying your hands on her is another thing that is a no-no. It doesn't matter. If you think that you really love somebody, think about it this way. I love myself. Can I hit myself? You should think about that. Do I love myself? Can I just hit myself? Can I just inflict pain on myself? Except that you have a mental challenge, you cannot just do that on somebody. Treat your significant other with love, with kindness. When I say this, sometimes I always say this, I've seen cases where women are very abusive and toxic to the men. There are some men that will never lay a single finger, not even one, on their wives rather, but the wives will lay hands on the men. But the man is like, I have the energy, but I'm never gonna hit you. Why am I saying this? In as much as I talk about men, I want everybody to know that women as well are very toxic. Some women are so toxic, very, very toxic, that they can go to any length or at any length to do whatever they want to do. I'm out here to tell you guys, remember that you are beautiful. Don't let anybody lay hands on you. If somebody truly loves you, they will love you for who you are, who you truly are, who you are about. They will not care whatsoever. Oh, let me lay hands on you because of this. Let me lay hands on you because of that. No, they will not do that. They will not lay any hands on you whatsoever. And I'm telling you, go out there, do the best that you can do, be the best version of yourself, and don't, for whatsoever reason, don't lay hands on people. Don't let anybody lay hands on you. If somebody lays hands on you, I'm telling you, do what to call authorities. Because I've had people, I think there was another video I watched on YouTube. There was this guy who is from Ghana. He's a man of God. I respect, his ministry and his wife and all of that or whatsoever. But this man was so abusive and toxic, always punching this lady. But because in quote, they said, oh, it's okay. Maybe people thought that, or the lady in quotes, may her soul rest in peace, was always like, oh, it's okay, let it go, let's forgive and all whatnot. You can forgive somebody, but you don't have to deal with them. But this lady was in that or in this or that toxic relationship for years, year in, year out. They told her report to the authorities. I don't know if she did report or she did not. I don't really know what's going on, or I don't really remember exactly. But one thing I remember was that there was a video on social media where this man came to this lady's job place and shot her. So this was something that was meditated and he carried it out. So you can imagine the length at which this lady had been suffering. This is just one of the many cases that we know of people being abused. Toxic relationships are real. Domestic violence is real. Please be careful out there. I know you may love somebody, but don't just use your heart to love them. Use your brain as well to think, is this relationship a healthy relationship? Don't be in a relationship simply because you just want to be in a relationship. Oh, let everybody know I'm married. Let everybody know that, I'm with someone who cares about me. No, don't do that. Go out there, in as much as you are a queen, walk as a queen, talk like a queen, act like a queen, think like a queen. Don't just go out there, don't think, and make a better choice. Make better choices daily. That's what a queen should do. Remember that you're beautiful. You are the beauty of Christ, guys. Until next time, it's plenty of love from me to you. Bye-bye.